play hard, grind hard, stay hard, no we stay out, make your way out, but I just can't stop, won't stop hustling, but I just...
What up, grinders and grindettes? It's your boy, the Black Abstract. You're locked in once again. I appreciate you. So what we're going to talk about today is the Deshaun Watson situation. I don't know if you heard about it or if you know who Deshaun Watson is. He's a quarterback for the Houston Texans. He requested to be traded from the team back in January. Recently, some allegations against him have come out. It was 3 women at first, and now his opposing lawyer is saying that there's up to 12 women ready to come forward in this situation. I actually have video and audio from the opposing lawyer, so we'll take a look at that, and then I'll give my thoughts after that.
As has been widely reported, we have filed lawsuits on behalf of 7 women against Deshaun Watson for civil assault. And you should all know that before we filed the first lawsuit, I personally visited with the plaintiff multiple times. I understood that this case would generate a lot of interest. I wanted to make damn sure that what she was saying was plausible, was right and true. And I was convinced after visiting with her that she was telling the absolute truth. And to be quite honest, she's a very brave person, very brave person. Her story certainly passes the smell test. She is brave and truthful. And of course, when she told me the story about what had happened to her, I like many of you, I wondered, why would someone like Deshaun Watson, who's probably has access to 40 or 50 trainers, masseuses and the like, why would he reach out to individuals on Instagram? And that's a question that maybe you should ask him or his lawyer. I wondered that. I assume, like perhaps you do, that he has a large team of people that can handle any massage needs that he had. We are now representing 12 women, and we will file the remaining cases, the additional 5 cases in due course as we do our due diligence. You should also know that we've also spoken to more than 10 additional women. So more than 22 women that we've spoken to who have reported conduct similar to that laid out in our public filings. And I want to say this to any woman out there that's had an experience like this. And I want to be very clear about this. If you are a victim of sexual assault, hear me. Contact our office. You can remain anonymous. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your story, and we want your voice to be heard. I want to tell you a little bit about the 12 clients we currently represent. Most of these women work in the massage industry. Some work at spas. Some work from their homes. Some will go to the Houstonian or the like for a massage session. These are, for the most part, licensed professionals. These are people that many of them are single mothers, either own their own shop or work for a spa. 7 of these women that we filed lawsuits on behalf are African American, 2 are Hispanic, and 3 are Caucasian. 3 of them are married, 1 is engaged, and like I say, many are single mothers. All of the cases that we have filed, and we have vetted each one very carefully, allege the same or similar conduct. 3 of the women that we represent are undergoing intensive therapy as a result of the defendant's conduct. You should know that at least 1 of these women was referred to Deshaun Watson by the Texans organization. As recent as last week, the quarterback coach, Quincy Avery, referred Deshaun Watson to one of my clients. In fact, you should know that even and you've heard Mr. Watson's, his tweet where he says, he was, we were seeking publicity, which is silly on its face, or that, this was all about money. We actually had contact with Deshaun Watson's agent / lawyer from Los Angeles, who minimized these allegations, who did not take them seriously. We wanted to resolve this matter without a lawsuit, without any publicity. We knew that once we filed a lawsuit, Texas, of course, has an open courts provision in the Constitution, so all lawsuits are public, and we wanted to avoid that. What we received instead of cooperation with Mr. Watson's agent was dismissive behavior and, frankly, incredible arrogance. Even after we had discussions with Mr. Watson's lawyer at the time, before he hired Rusty Hardin, one of the clients that we represent, even after we had had correspondence and after we had talked to Mr. Watson's lawyer, he did it again. I mean, this conduct happened as recently as this month. The cases we have filed, these public cases which are on file and everybody can see them, we even have copies for you here, allege civil assault. Civil assault under Texas law is intentionally or knowingly causing physical contact with a plaintiff when the defendant knows or should know that the plaintiff would regard such contact as offensive. Now we know that in this case there's a major power differential. You have a star quarterback who is physically and financially powerful versus single moms who work for themselves, mostly from home. One of the parties is famous, known internationally. The other is unknown, marginalized, and easy to criticize and minimize. And here's what you should know. This case isn't about money. If you look at the pleadings that we filed carefully, we have pled the jurisdictional minimums. In the state of Texas, the jurisdictional minimum in state district court is $500. The case ain't about money. And it's certainly not about seeking publicity or fame. I personally don't need it, and these women don't want it. This case is about female empowerment, taking the power back. These women who are stepping forward knew that they would face scorn and ridicule. They all agreed to plead for the minimal jurisdictional limits of the court, and they bring these cases for one reason only: stopping further misconduct from this defendant and any others like him. And that's what the case has always been about: stopping this alleged behavior and preventing this alleged behavior from happening again. Now, let me talk to the armchair quarterbacks. Boy, this world, you know, it's funny how people are so emboldened when they're behind their keyboard on social media. The same people that would never look you in the eye when you walk down the street, they'll call you every name in the book on social media. The know-it-alls, the people that think they know what I know and what my colleagues know, we won't be deterred. Your comments don't deter us. You know, I stopped counting at 10 death threats. And not only threats to me, but threats to my children, to my colleagues here at this table, to even people that were just commenters on my Facebook or social media pages. I've handled some of the largest cases in this state. I represented Rick Perry when he was a sitting governor and was facing life in prison. I sued the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi. I sued Stanley Marsh. If you look right behind you and you see that picture there, where you see Cadillac Ranch, where it says is no longer owned by Stanley Marsh, the reason for that is sitting right here. I've handled cases like this before. All right. We won't be deterred. We're prepared, and we do our homework. At the end of the day, we're talking about football. Let's not forget, we're talking about football. What we should be talking about is human dignity and the way women are treated. That's what we should be talking about. We are a society where we typically don't believe the accuser, and we blame the victim, and by proxy we blame her lawyers. And I need to dispel some silly rumors. Yes, I live on River Oaks Boulevard, and I live near the McNair family. I don't know the McNair family. I wouldn't recognize Cal or Hal or whatever his name is if I saw him on the street. This case has nothing to do with the Texans, has nothing to do with free agency, the timing. I don't know anything about that silliness, and I frankly don't care about it. Texans are not a team that I...
That's exactly what this is fucking about. That's exactly what this is about. This is a smear campaign from the Houston Texans because Deshaun no longer wants to play with them. He expressed in January his dislike and disdain for the team, his wants to be traded, and they're not doing anything. He's an A1 player. You're not giving him any help on the field. He wants to get the fuck out of there, and rightfully so. You know, he's probably one of the best players in, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he can't get no fucking help. So why not want to be traded for organizations that's not doing anything to help your situation better? Quarterbacks can't carry teams by themselves. They need players around them. So if you're not doing anything to do that or help him, well, I got to get the fuck out of here. Oh, but you know what? The black man spoke out. He shouldn't say anything. He should just do his job and show up and shut up and put up, right? So he didn't do that. So all of a sudden, these allegations come out of mid-air, thin air. No proof or nothing, just allegations. From the massage people. Like, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? From the masseuse? Like, this man could get any pussy he want in fucking America right now. He's hot shit. He's loaded with cash. He wants to fuck the masseuse at the team masseuse, and it's crazy that these masseuse that are accusing him happen to be given to him by the league. Like, come on, this is obviously a setup. And the thing about this is it's so obvious that you could just tell. It's not even like they did a good job trying to cover this up. This is bullshit. This is grade A bullshit. Like, it's out of thin air. It's so obvious. If you got eyes, open your fucking eyes and see it. January, he expresses his disdain for the team. What are we in? March now. All of a sudden, allegations come out of thin air. No allegations prior to this. And then this Weasley-ass lawyer talking about, oh, I don't even like the Texans. Or if you didn't like the Texans, you wouldn't even say no shit like that. That's not even professional to say. Like, you fucking weasel. You're a little weasel. That's what you are. And listen, I don't play both sides. I call you out on your bullshit. Black, white, Indonesian, Asian, Caribbean, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whatever. If you fucking up, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. This situation is so obviously and blatantly manufactured. That's what it's so obviously and blatantly manufactured that you can see right through the bullshit. You can see right through the bullshit. Houston Texans, you should be ashamed of yourself. Let that man go. Let that man go. He wanted to be traded. They raised the price up so high they didn't think any other teams would be interested in him. Teams started to still show interest in him. And they denied the cause. They didn't take any of the calls. Any teams that were vetting him, they wouldn't even take the call or set up a meeting. They were trying to work it out with him. He don't want to play for you guys anymore. He's definitely not going to play now after this bullshit. I can't believe how fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Just how you don't even try to do a better setup. Like, you're using the same old ploy, the same old tactic. Like, come on, dude. Same shit they hitting Cuomo with because they want him out of here. Like, this is so obvious. Like, they got to start coming up with better allegations for people to come forward because this just looks like that. It just looks like that. I don't know. I don't know. It just upsets me because you got organizations with power and money that can do this to people. They trying to end this man's career, but as the lawyer said, it's not happening. People are still taking an interest in the team. They because other teams probably see through this shit. Probably talks in the organization like, oh, that's some lame shit. You know what we gonna do? We still gonna take an interest in them. We'll take the brunt of this because there's no evidence right now. There's no evidence. All it is talk. It's he say, she say. I don't know. But I want to know what you guys think. Whether you like or dislike or agree or disagree with my opinion, I still would like to know what you guys think of the situation. If you think he's a piece of shit and he really did this, leave that shit in the comments. Listen, everything is free. It's free game in the comments. Don't call. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm just stating my opinion. But if you think Deshaun is a piece of shit, then say, yo, you know what? This piece of shit did it. It's fine. Let's have a healthy discussion in the comments. Be respectful because you don't want YouTube blocking your shit. So don't say the N-word. Just say, whatever, the black person, you know, because they will remove your shit. But I encourage everybody to have a healthy discussion. Let's talk about this. Do you think this is a setup by the league? Do you think he honestly was going around trying to fuck his masseuse? Let me know. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Until next time. And as this story develops, we'll keep following it and go along. I am the Black Abstract. Peace, love, and prosperity. 1.